Hi guys, I'm Momoko Price. I'm a conversion-focused copywriter at Cantan Designs, and I help e-commerce and SaaS businesses around the world optimize their product messaging and their value propositions and their copy so they can boost conversions on their websites. And the really cool thing I want to tell you about this course before you get started is this is going to give you a behind-the-curtain kind of rundown of my entire research-driven process for how I get from the blank page all the way to an extremely data-driven and customer-focused product message and value proposition and final page copy, including the final performance numbers from when we actually tested the page. Before we get started, I just want to give you a quick rundown of the full journey of this course so you can get a sense of what we're going to focus on in each lesson. In lesson 1, I'll be showing you how to do a copy teardown, essentially how to look at your own sales page copy and get an actual relatively quantified view of whether or not your page is any good. In lesson 2, I'll be doing an introduction to message mining, which is kind of the conversion-focused copywriter's secret skill that we have, where we actually build copy by kind of stealing verbatim turns of phrases and messages directly from the mouths of our prospects and our customers online. In lesson 3, we'll be getting into a deeper dive where I show you how to use tools like surveys, polls, user tests, and interviews to be able to get an even richer perspective and a richer database full of voice of customer insights from which you can start mining your data and actually creating a full sales narrative. In lesson 4, I'll be showing you the nuts and bolts of how to pinpoint your best value proposition and really what you're trying to do when you're trying to come up with a value proposition in the first place. In lesson 5, I'll be showing you how you can take that data-driven value proposition and flesh it out fully into an actual beginning to end messaging hierarchy or messaging sales flow for your page. In lesson 6, we'll get into writing that first draft and how you can actually construct a pretty darn good first draft without really having to write at all. We primarily use spreadsheets and pivot tables for that. In lesson 7, I'll be showing you some key principles that I like to rely on to go about editing and/or punching up your copy. So taking it from that roughshod first draft into a really polished final draft. And finally, in lesson 8, I'll be showing you how to format and lay out your sales page so that you can make these really nice actual size dimension prototypes and wireframes that you can share with your team and get an interactive feel for how your copy is going to actually feel when people are using it on real devices. And then last, although not shown here, there is a bonus epilogue lesson where I go over the actual test results of the page that I created throughout this process and show you how you can go about doing the same for your own page copy. So let's get started with lesson 1.